Denver, though, taking her all the way to the back.
Now we see Lacey Knight off the box on a high block there. Back down to 3-3 situation. Slow grinding play right here, but the pack's starting to get split out, and that's going to let Tracy Akers take the star as the new jammer. And Mickey Krimmel had enough of that. Calls it. That's a 4-0 run for Angel. A very hard fought 4-0 run. And that's going to make it a 9-point game.
And despite Angel City pulling a little bit ahead here, Denver's still very hot on their heels, making sure that they're pretty much on top of everything. With only 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half, we might still have a low score tickering away.
All right, Satan's little helper, a very quick lead jam call in 4 seconds. However, Amanda Sharpless is tearing up the track behind her. Let's see if Denver can take control of the speed here as they've done in the past. Sharpless takes over. Now, Satan's little helper forced the call. Wow, there's some impressive speed there from the veteran Amanda Sharpless taking over from Satan's little helper, forcing that 0-0 call. And Sharpless was about a quarter of a track behind there when that started, but that disappeared quickly. 4-4 pack this time. Soledad is going to be the anchor facing backwards in the front for Angel City. Joined out there by Ashley Hobbs, Rachel Rotten, and Tui Lyon. Tui Lyon is going to play some defense in the back, and that helps the jammer Ghetto Fabulez take a quick lead. Now I think we have a star stash from Kaylin Klein.
Klein now taking on a 3-wall up at front. Akers trying to assist.
Ghetto Fabulez around the outside. She's got 4. Akers has the star, but Ghetto Fabulez calls it off before Akers can do anything with it. And that's going to be, I think, our first double-digit deficit of the game for Denver, 49-36. As we were mentioning earlier, given the rosters, they are very closely ranked on paper. Angel 6, Denver 7, but Denver dealing with a very different roster this time. So on paper, you'd expect Angel to have the advantage in this game. This is the first time they've been able to open it up to over 10 points.
All good notes, Justice. And now we're starting full strength, both teams. First 10 seconds off the clock. No lead jammer.
Checker, Honey Brasco, Lacey Knight, and Low Bettencourt out there doing work for Angel City.
Barrett Engel also on the line blocking for Denver.
Darby Dagger takes lead jam, while Wilhelm still trying to find our way around Honey Brasco and Knight. Now taken to the inside by Checker, and Checker wanted the track cut call, did not get it. And Darby Dagger trying to finish off her 4-0 is taken to the outside.
Oh, nice
Low
hit.
Bettencourt. What a hit right there, laying out number 75, Anjali.
Bettencourt. Wow.
Wow, that was a nasty, nasty hit, and that allows Darby Dagger to finish off her 4-0. That's how you help your jammer.
Low Bettencourt just saying, hello world, I'm here, and I'm ready to hit you in the chesticles
All right.
for all the derbies.
Once again, the teams take the pivot line. Denver at a 1 blocker disadvantage here. On the jam line, it's Mickey Krimmel for Angel City and Lindsey Geipin for Denver, but lead jam goes to Mickey Krimmel. Angel City looks like they're starting to dial in their defense here. Lindsey Geipin takes off the star. Meanwhile, Krimmel bashes her way through Denver.
Denver not really walling up too much in this last part of the first half. They're really allowing a lot of holes. Angel City is capitalizing on that. Nice work by Krimmel. Goes against Akers.
Missy said there, Criminal really only went 1, 2, 3 there. Didn't really have much of a wall to deal with, although Akers did some nice one-on-one there. But she didn't have to actually face up against a group. Now Denver makes the group.
Tui Lyon headed to the penalty box for Angel City.
Number 37, Garton, with the run back on Kremla here, is going to suck her all the way back. Very aware of the 20 feet there. Meanwhile, Angel City has 2 in the box. However, Rachel Rotten and Soledad are doing incredible work by themselves.
A forearm call now on Mickey Grimmel. She's going to head to the penalty box, giving Denver a little bit of an edge here for only 43 seconds to capitalize.
Angel, a really hard-hitting team. We're sort of seeing that effect there. Guypen looked very tired coming back. She was sucked back there past the star off to Akers. But Akers, if you look, see Guypen in the back of the track here, looking a little winded there. Here comes Akers trying to put some points on the board. Now it's Angel City with the pack speed control.
They're trying to drag Denver into that, but Denver's like, no, we're going to bridge it out, allow some time for Akers to get in.
Denver's going to go to passive defense right here. But now as Angel City's jammer, Mickey Kreml, returns, they'll turn their attention to her. Jam time expires. Akers does pick up some points there. But Jam favors Angel City. Now 67-40 after a very, very, very close first 15 minutes. Angel City starting to find some daylight with a 27-point lead now.
Excellent job by both teams. We have 44 minutes and 3 seconds left on our clock for the first half. Jam is underway. St. Louis Helper is your lead jammer. Yes, she is flying through that track there, trying to go to the inside. It settles in the center of a Denver wall.
But Amanda Sharpless nailed there in the back. It's a Honey Brascow, Lacey Knight, Low Betancourt all doing work on Amanda Sharpless, who passes the star to Barrett. Angel City saw it coming, but couldn't quite stop it. Barrett pulls out, and it looks like there's some skate trouble for Satan's Little Helper. She had to call that jam, I think, before she wanted to. She's having trouble with that right skate. She did pick up 5 points on that jam before it was called.
Denver trying to pull a star pass to Barrett. Barrett making up plenty of ground. Unfortunately, the time runs out. 72 for Angel City, 40 for Denver. Yes, it's a great game so far.
Just a little bit over 2 minutes, or excuse me, a little under 3 minutes, I should say, left in this first half. And lead jammer goes to Ghetto Fabulez, not too far behind. Kaylin Klein trying to make up the track. Now Denver's going to take the back this time. Angel City gets back there and tries to mess with them. Let's see how Ghetto Fabulez calls it here. Goes to jammer defense and is forced to call it as Klein refused to get baited by the jammer defense. 0-0 jam. Good job by Denver there to avoid being scored on, even though they were in the back, and be able to get lead jammer on that one.
Denver definitely showing their strength here to Angel City, not allowing their energy to slow down.
Angel City will be at a significant disadvantage to start this jam. It won't last very long, though. Honey Brasco and Lacey Knight, the only 2 blockers for Angel City, but their box is about to empty, and it does. Low Betancourt and Octane Jane out of the box.
Wilhelm almost has her skates hit the track in the right way, but she's definitely got the lead jammer position. Nice hit, Angel City. Trying to get a forearm call, doesn't get it.
It looked like in the back of the pack, Lacey Knight wanted a track cut call, and Wilhelm didn't get that either. So both jammers remain alive to jam another day. Called off at 0-0.
Honey Brasco not too happy about the no call on the forearm. Making notes to her coach, by the way.
So I don't think we mentioned this yet. Both these teams have two different coaches this year, and both of them longtime high-level WFTDA reps. So Judge Knott over on the Denver side and Sharmer on the Angel City side. Of course, replacing Conan Tarian and Scott Free, who moved to Portland. Lead jammer right now in this game is Mickey Krimmel.
Yes, and Dewey Lionheads at the penalty box.
Denver is going to get eaten alive here as they only had 2 on the track to play defense. Barely touched Krimmel on her easy 4-0 there. And Denver will still have 2 in the box, probably to start the second half, because I believe the time's going to expire before the next jam starts here. Well, maybe not. Looks like we're almost perfectly... No, time will expire unless somebody calls timeout here. It doesn't appear that either team is eager to do so.
They're ready for a timeout.
And that's going to be the half. No last jam there. Denver will start with 2 blockers in the box, Angel with 1. And at the end of the first half, Angel City has finally started to find some daylight after a tough first 15 minutes. Current score is 76, Angel 76, Denver 40. I'm Justice Fieldgood Marshall.
And I'm Flora Burkham-Cupcake.
And we'll be back for the second half in about 15 minutes. Thanks for listening. Gotta fix this stuff.
0.57 meters per second. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The same helmet is tested 3 times in the same location. The helmet must reduce the energy pulse to under 300 Gs each time. Anything over 300 Gs can result in a traumatic brain injury or a severe concussion. In summary, the soft foam helmet with EVA foam and the hockey helmet with triple density foam did not pass the multiple impact test. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
A lot of very impressive people in roller derby.
This was definitely a proud moment for me, wearing the black, white, and red.
I care about this thing more than I care about any other article of clothing in my wardrobe.
This represents to me like 7 years of blood, sweat, and tears.
Glitter is fun and hardcore. I've learned that it's hardcore.
My uniform is always in pristine condition.
My truck is purple, my shoes are purple, my underwear are purple.
It takes a lot of drive and a lot of passion to keep going in roller derby.
Sometimes when you play roller derby, you're just kind of like, why am I doing this? This is so weird.
I just can't imagine that I'd get more kicks like playing golf than I do hitting a you know? Feels good.
My name is Rachel Rotten.
My name is Midge Wilhelm.
I'm Fifi Nomenon.
I'm Jackie Daniels.
My name's Steph Maney.
Hi, I'm Scald Eagle,
And S1.
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 and S1 is part of my uniform.
A clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
The Aries Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own body. That anticipation, where you've worked cerebrally through strategy and skills, and suddenly you're out there in a game and it all comes naturally because you know each other. I love that.
So when I first went into Fast Girl Skates, it was like being a kid in a candy
I skate
shop.
on the Antec AR1 boot with Crazy Venus plates and add-on D-Rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear. I'm Deviled Eggs, and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Vex Factor, and I'm a fast girl.
I'm a Salted Peanut, and I'm a Fast Girl.
And I'm from Jamar, and I'm a fast girl.
You can be a fast girl too.
Skaters, lost your mouth guard? Hit this. Time for an upgrade? Hit this. New to Derby and not sure where to start? Hit this. We are Derby owned and operated with 6 years of experience. Hit This Derby Gear can hook you up with skates, gear, and honest advice based on your skating style and individual needs. Visit us at our store in Salem, Oregon, or online at www.hitthisderbygear.com. Whether you are a new or veteran skater, before you hit the track, hit this.
Hi folks, Scald Eagle here. Have you had a chance to take a look at the new Bonk Quadstar skate? The boots are ultra lightweight with no break-in period and are great for skaters with skinnier ankles. They also have a 100% Australian full-grain leather outer and a completely heat-moldable hand-laid fiberglass base. Get that premium performance without the premium price tag. Boom. Come over to the Bonk booth right now and check out this rad new skate.
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program. Roller Derby Athletics takes the guesswork out of off-skate training, helping you become safe, strong, and unstoppable. Here's what skaters from around the world are saying.
Lots of great advice and things that helped me after I broke my ankle and had
I've lost 90 pounds and discovered my A game.
Love
that site and the
rehab
workouts.
has been amazing. It's really worth the investment in her
Booty Quake
programs.
rocks. You won't regret the investment.
Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program and transform your game with Roller Derby Athletics.
Hey, this is Dan from S1 Helmets. We're in the testing lab today testing helmets to see if they pass the Multiple Impact Certification Test. We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. There's a soft foam helmet with EVA foam and a terry cloth liner. There's a hockey helmet with triple density EVA foam. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam. All 3 of these helmets are marketed as multiple impact helmets. We're going to test all of them today and see which ones actually pass the test. The multiple impact test is when we drop a helmet to achieve a velocity of 4.57 meters per second. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The same helmet is tested 3 times in the same location. The helmet must reduce the energy pulse to under 300 Gs each time. Anything over 300 Gs can result in a traumatic brain injury or a severe concussion. In summary, The soft foam helmet with EVA foam and the hockey helmet with triple density foam did not pass the multiple impact test. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS Fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
Welcome back, everybody, back to our Angel City versus Denver Mile High Club.
Right now, Angel City trying to extend the lead. Not this time, as this jam ends quickly. Looks like Angel City got lead while trailing. Now it's Ghetto Fabulous calling it almost immediately.
And if you're just joining us, I'm Chloroform Cupcake. I am joined by Justice Feelgood Marshall.
That is correct.
And it's the score 76 Angel City, 40 to Denver.
Looks like there's a bit of miscommunication on the Angel City bench. So you saw Ghetto Fabulous pointing to the bench there, or pointing to the penalty box. Angel had one in the box, and it could have killed a lot of time there, but didn't quite see it in time. So Denver gets a little bit of a break there as they start this jam on a 4-3 advantage. However, not enough to keep lead jam from going to Mickey. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a forearm Mickey Krimmel power jam Denver.
Yes, just what Denver asks for. Klein in the lead now takes the lead jammer position away. Denver capitalizing on this nice little opportunity thanks to Angel City.
So let's see how Denver plays their offense here. Klein goes to the outside. Denver sweeps to the outside, but unfortunately for them, Tui Lion was all over Klein. Did not let that play develop. Now Klein is all alone in the front there against Soledad. Now Soledad sucks her all the way back. Tough defense for a very veteran skater. Been in the game for almost 10 years now, or possibly 10 years. Started with DC Roller Girls. Coming out of the box is Mickey Krimmel.
Both teams at full strength. Krimmel trying to make a quick work of the outside lane. Denver not allowing that wall to break apart.
Tui Lion just bashing Klein to the infield there. Now, I don't believe that Krimmel is currently on a scoring pass, so she got out of the pack, but got a penalty doing so I don't think she should be scoring on this one. Let's see. Gets around Akers and avoids a big hit from Busek, who was in his blocker.
Garten in the penalty box for a forearm penalty.
Sorry, I believe that was Davidson. We have a bit of a miscommunication on our rosters here. In any case, Denver's able to get out of that without too much damage, thanks to the forearm call on Krimmel. So 76 to 45 after 2 jams in the second half.
Game on. No pack is called. Blockers come together. And Satan Little Helper is your lead jammer.
Wilhelm has the jam star for Denver, trying to find a way on Honey Brasco. Goes to the outside. Brasco tries to go to the inside with her. And now Brasco with a nice assist on Octane Jane to keep Stacy Wilhelm stuck in that pack. Nice little kinetic play there from Angel City. And now in the back, Lacey Knight over Wilhelm. Angel City's on fire on defense on this jam. Meanwhile, Satan's Little Helpers got 5, coming for more.
Well, defense courtesy of Honey Brasco, just making Denver's life difficult. Mostly Wilhelm's.
Yeah, Angel City is absolutely killing it on defense on this jam. Lots of beautiful plays here, and that's allowed 2 lap points now for Saints will help her and gets around, going backwards around Bijou Angeli.
I think she's done this before.
It looks like it. And now one to beat once again around Bijou. Angel City making it look easy this time. Huge jam so far. And they have now doubled up Denver. 96-45 so far. Wilhelm.
Just doing a little defense for Denver.
Yeah, Wilhelm has given the star to Barrett, who is still not broken pack yet. Finally able to get out, but with only 25 seconds left in the jam, Satan's Little Helper calls it off. Huge jam for Angel City, 23-0, and that massively changed the complexion of this bout, more like what we would have expected from the rosters that we were talking at the beginning of this game. If you're just joining us for the second half, Denver a lot of turnover. They have lost 8 of their players from last year's champs. Angel, far less turnover, although they are not skating Chicago Lightning, Jane Wilkins, or Imo Bubaya for this specific bout.
Angel City just sitting on the precipice of the century mark in points. Angel City 99-45 to Denver. We're going to have a breakaway. It's Darby as your lead jammer for Angel City.
Darby finding around Davidson. And now looks like Lindsay Guypen, a.k.a. Phantom Menace, has gotten out of the pack, but not in time to get in the way of that 4-0. Angel City gets over the 100-point mark and extends their lead 103-45.
If you're curious about some of the penalties, there's just nothing sticking out too much except Tui Lion hanging out at 4 penalties. Soledad at 4 as well.
Wow, nice move up the inside by Ghetto Fabulous to take another quick lead jam call for Angel. Amanda Sharpless, one to beat, tries to go around Krista Barrett, but she cut the track. She had her hands on her teammate, but couldn't keep her feet in bounds and goes to the box. And now Angel City with a big opportunity to keep piling on points here.
Ghetto Fabulous with a nice juke on Gel, having to reset.
Ghetto Fabulous goes to the inside, nothing doing there as SH Long and Akers had a lock on that line. Once again, Akers says no, refuses the inside line, and this time that's going to inspire the call-off from Ghetto Fabulous.
Sharpless trying to put some strategery into her hand as she stands in the penalty box, takes off her star.
If Angel City didn't fall for it, recognizing one to ice the jammer in the box, so they will get Sharpless coming out with probably about 2 or 3 seconds left on her penalty here.
Angel City showing such great confidence once Sharpless went to the penalty box, so now they're just trying to start this jam with fervor.
It's one to beat for Krimmel, who does, but Amanda Sharpless this time wasting no time in getting lead. Now Denver takes the back of the pack. Once again, Krimmel tries to play defense, knocked out of bounds, calls it. No points for Sharpless, no points for Krimmel. So good job by Sharpless there to not allow that power jam to have any more damage.
Great effort by Sharpless, looking to the ref like, excuse me? But you know what? She did do her best, and that was great. Angel City just making this difficult for Denver.
Yeah, Angel City really coming up playing a much more aggressive defense in this half, and we've seen it affect the Denver Jammers as far as their penalties and endurance right now, although Sharpless didn't look too tired in that last one.
Angel City 113, Denver at 45. We're at 22 minutes left on the second half.
Here's Bijou Angeli as Denver blocker is able to suck Satan's Little Helper all the way back. However, Honey Brasco and crew are able to do the same to Kaylin Klein. Lead jam goes to Satan's Little Helper.
They just wanted to confirm that one. Took a little time on the clock. Nice job by Klein taking the inside lane, stashing the star. Now eligible to score. Saint Little Helper Caesar calls it off.
Satan's little helper took all the time available on that one as she had she saw Klein coming, tried to get a couple more points on the board, and I believe she did. So she got all 4. Meanwhile, the box starts to fill up. 2 in the box for Denver, 1 in the box for Angel City.
Actually, I think Denver has 2 in the box. Angel City only 1. Angel City taking the front of the pivot line. Start.
Lacey Knight, Honey Brasco, Low Betancourt trying to get in the way of Stacy Wilhelm. Meanwhile, Darby Dagger tries to push her around Stacy Akers. And number 4, and she gets it.
That's
sorry,
Davidson.
Sorry, number 4. We have looking at 2 different rosters here on our screen and paper. Darby Dagger has Lee gonna try and make this thing out of it. And yes, able to pull 2.
Darby Dagger turning around saying, hey, I'm calling this, okay? Making this just effortless for Angel City in the last few jams. Angel City sitting at 119, Denver at 45. We're at 20 minutes left in this game here at the Big O in Eugene, Oregon.
Number 28, Barrett as Denver pivot holding the front. Oh, Tui Lion just came in and destroyed that little defense that Denver had set up there. One-woman wrecking crew gets Mickey Trimble lead jammer. That was some incredible solo offense there.
Well, this is Tui Lion's land. You can't come in here.
Right? Right.
Gonna tuna Makata all over the place.
Meanwhile, Lindsay Geipin has star stash and put the star back on, but Mickey Trimble plenty of time to finish off her scoring pass. Let's see what she gets out of it. Looks like the refs are going to communicate. That's Mr. Rock and Code Adam now talking over whether or not she got, or how many points she got. And the verdict is?
You know what? I think they're discussing S.H. Long's 7 penalties. That could be a possibility. Soledad sitting at 5 penalties, creeping on up.
Okay, we just saw Mr. Rock put the score there, so that is 5 on that jam for Rock. And sorry, you said we might have a foul out here?
Well, just taking a look, giving the officials a moment so we can give you the right information.
Yep, looks like on our screen, looks like S.H. Long is sitting at 7. Which would end her game here, obviously.
Our next game right after this on track 1 at 6 p.m. is the MRDA St. Louis will take on Puget Sound.
For the first time ever, the defending MRD champions, the St. Louis Gatekeepers, finally getting the title after a couple of years of coming so close. That 1 year where they lost the championship game by 1 point on their home turf in the last jam. I think one of the biggest heartbreakers I've seen as far as fan reaction goes. But last year they were able to take that murder victory and will come into this year as defending champs.
If you're on the Twitters, make sure you're using hashtag BigO2016. We love to see your tweets.
3-4 pack situation favors Denver. Now, Ghetto Fabulez is able to get a lead jam call out of it. Meanwhile, Angel City's defense working over AP Leisure, using some fast footwork to get out. But this will be plenty of time. Fabulous to the outside, to the inside, cuts back in, spins around Akers. A beautiful 4-0 there for Ghetto Fabulez, and Angel City looks like they've really locked in their game, Cupcakes.
Absolutely. They found their stride. I think they're going to keep this going for the most of the tournament now that they've done that. Denver, however, is trying to still figure it out, still not giving up. Great defensive work. However, Angel City's offense is just like on fire.
Looks like we got Satan's little helper for Angel City. opposing number is Kaylin Klein for Denver. Satan gets a little help there from Ashley Hobbs, but is nailed by Watson Cerebro. Takes a hard hit, back up, still ticking. Now Bijou, Anjali, and Barrett trying to help, but once again with that turnaround footwork, Satan's a little helper. Lead jam for Angel City, and in the back of the pack, Tui Lion is just all over Klein. Sharon Tacos in the back there. Tui Lion wasting no time fitting right into this Angel City defensive arrangement.
Satan's little helper coming in with no pass, no penalty.
So now it's Bijou, Anjali, Angel, and Watson Cerebro trying to stop Satan.
But I think she's made the deal with the devil, I think. Because, she's going to head to the penalty box for a cut track.
It looks like Cerebro drew that track cut. Satan thought that Cerebro stepped out, or Watson Cerebro stepped out as well. Did not do so, gets the track cut. Power jam for Denver.
Pace now speeding up a little bit from Denver's side.
We got about 30 seconds left in this jam. Let's see what Klein can do with it. She's got a very tough triangle to beat here, anchored by Tui Lion, who once again dumps the Denver jammer. However, Tui Lion off to the box, and that's significant. I think that brings her up to 5 penalties so far. Satan is back. Satan is nailed by Barrett, and once again recycled to the back. Jam time will expire. Looks like Satan will run to the penalty. Won't get it. However, Angel keeps building that lead. Now 132 to 49. Excuse me, 136 as the new points go up on the board to 49. Angel City with a comfortable lead as we start to tick into the last quarter of this game, with just under 16 minutes remaining.
4 points apiece on that last pass. Yet Angel City still holding strong to their lead. Now we're just getting to our next jam. Jam 12 underway. Both teams down 1 blocker.
Akers and Blackman and I believe Garton out there with a nice triangle that's holding back Angel City's Darby Dagger.
Would you just look at that bridging? Would you just look at that?
Tui Lion was once again the offense that broke apart that Denver defense. That gives Darby Dagger an opportunity to lap Amanda Sharpless, which she does. Sharpless having trouble with Lacey Knight, Lo Betancourt, and Honey Brasco in the back of the pack.
Oh no, forearm penalty.
Akers has the star. She's able to break, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to get points out of it. Darby Dagger thinks about it, and calls the jam. Not allowing Tracy Akers to pick up anything with that star pass.
But why not? It'll glitter. Pack advantage for Angel City in this next jam.
See Quiet Riot, Rachel Rotten, Ashley Hobbs, and Tui Lion out there going to hold it down for Angel City as the blockers.
Wilhelm, Barrett, Angel, and Watson holding it down for Denver.
Once again, Angel City's opening play is effective. And this time there is no one around the outside to stop Mickey Krimmel. Denver caught sleeping there on the defense there, and we're totally unable to stop her pass on that one. A fairly easy 4-0 for Angel there.
Bijou Anjali hanging out in the penalty box, high-fiving her play friend Barrett, the pivot.
So bad might turn to worse here for Denver. They only have 2 out on the track to defend this time. That is Davidson.
But they do have the star. Nice work there. Ghetto Fabulous, almost staying in. we're going to have some sort of illegal procedure here.
Yeah, that was a weird one. Ghetto Fabulous stayed inbounds long to get lead jam. However, when she fell, she had to go back to avoid the cut. Meanwhile,
Geipin picking up the star now for Denver.
Falls over Anjali and has been lapped now. Ghetto Fabulous decides to keep it going here. No reason not to, as Geipin has still failed to break the pack behind tough Angel City defense.
Unbelievable. Angel City just shutting down Denver, not allowing Denver to pick up any more points for the last few jams. Just shutting them down. Angel sitting at 154, Denver at 49. We're at 12 minutes, 20 seconds left in this game.
Yeah, I think we saw a little bit of miscommunication there between the Angel bench and the Jammer. Angel Jammers came out of the pack with all points, saw the Denver blocker there and went to call off the icer. However, we had an Angel City blocker on the way to the box. The coach wanted to keep it going, but ends up 3-3. No advantage for Angel City on the early call off. Let's see what happens here. Angel City able to pick up lead jammer for Satan's Little Helper. AP Leisure one to beat. That's Brasco.
It's been a pleasure watching that jam right there. Oh, but she's going to pick up a cut penalty.
Yeah, I think that was Honey Brasco in the back there. Nice timing.
Nothing gets past Honey. Nothing. Satan's Little Helper just working it, giving Denver the whole business.
Nice footwork to stay in bounds after a hit from Akers. Now, this time Akers catches her, and Satan's like, I don't really want to go back there. Calls it off, and that is going to ice AP Leisure in the box as Denver Jammer.
We have a dapper gentleman walking out to the infield asking questions.
Judge Knott has changed his own class. He's, after many, many years of being a high-level WFTDA referee, moved to Denver last year and is now coaching Denver.
We have a kneecap falling on the track. Doesn't slow down. Angel City, Darby Dagger is your lead jammer.
Oh, nice hit by Soledad. And this a track cut on AP Leisure. Back to the box, back-to-back power jams on AP Leisure. And that's just going to make it a lot easier for Darby Dagger to rack up some points here. This jam will take us into the last 10 minutes of the game.
Soledad is not playing around.
Negative.
Now, it's a negative, Ghost Rider. Right? Not on her watch.
Now, Garten tried to force a track cut, but for her troubles, gets the forearm, goes to the box herself. 5 points, and this time, Darby Dagger will call it off to keep AP Leisure in the box. This is just very effective, brutal strategy here from Angel City. We already had that blocker in the, or excuse me, a jammer in the box for 2 consecutive jams. Why not make it 3?
Right.
And try and get that penalty one more time.
You know what, Justice, we were talking in the beginning about how maybe the turnover might be an effective problem for Denver. It didn't seem so in the beginning, but maybe now that the game has evolved with 9 minutes, 18 seconds left on the clock, we're seeing a definite difference here. Angel City at 174, Denver at 49. And Mickey Krimmel up at the top.
And just a good lead after Watson Sarabu pulls a forearm trying to keep her back. And AP Leisure has passed the star to Barrett. Smart move there. Angel takes out Mickey Krimmel. Oh, Mickey Krimmel with the forearm off to the box. Power Jam City here in Eugene, Oregon. Yet another one, this time favoring Denver. And Barrett, this should be interesting. Barrett not a normal jammer for Denver, but will be forced to go the full 2 minutes here.
Finally moving the score now for Denver. Denver sitting at 54. Barrett doing very well as a jammer.
See, Denver tries to give her some offensive help. Barrett to the outside. Low Betancourt, tries to take her out, cannot do it. Now it's Honey Brasco.
Oh, revenge on the track. That was amazing from Low Betancourt.
The 4th jammer penalty in the last 3 jams there. as we were just mentioning, Barrett, not a normal jammer, sent to the box. Returning from the penalty box is Mickey Trimmel.
She's going to do-si-do with her teammate, Honey Brasco.
Barrett should get out of the box before this jam ends, as Trimmel cannot call it, and she went with about a minute left there.
Teams sitting now at the start line, jammer line, hanging out, exchanging numbers.
AP Leisure is now in defense mode. We got a forearm call and our 5th jammer penalty in the last 3 jams. Trimmel returns to the box, Barrett out of the box. 5 seconds left in the jam. Hopefully this jammer penalty circus will end before this jam, and it does. There we go. So
they should take this time to maybe discuss penalty issues. I mean, we have Barrett sitting at 6, Tui Lion at 6, Octane Jane at 5. I mean, yeah, you're going to go hard for the last 7 minutes, so we'll see how this plays out.
So let's see what Denver does with their power start. Looks like they have chosen to put out Klein. Once again, transfer from Rocky Mountain, aka Sharon Tacos, is your lead jammer.
Pack now sitting at turn 1. Passive offense.
Looks like Trace Akers trying to direct some traffic there, just going to go in as a single offense. Doesn't quite work out. Angel City keeps their defense tight and strong in the front.
And Klein meets Lacey Knight's shoulders.
Akers goes off to the box as Denver pivot. Not good news for Denver. And that results in Trimmel getting out of the pack. I'm sorry, getting out of the track.
Yes. Trimmel's going to pick up a penalty, a forearm penalty. But you know what? So is Klein. So we're going to have a little jammer do-si-do.
If you're playing along at home, that's 7 jammer penalties in the last 4 jams. So that'll bring...
Hashtag awkward.
That brings Trimmel out of the box yet again, and this jam will go a full 2 minutes. And meanwhile, the Angel City pivot's in the box, so no one for Trimmel to pass it to just yet.
47 seconds left in this jam. Full 2-minute jam.
Trimmel sucked in the back of the pack there by Angel. Points for Kaylin Klein, taken 5. Klein returns to the pack. Trimmel passes the star to number 33, Lacey Knight. And Akers thinks about it, realizes it's too far out of the pack, hits the brakes. Klein is going for points of her own now.
She saw the biceps and was like, I'm going to reset back to the pack real quick.
No one can call this jam as we enter the last 5 seconds. So you can end it with both jammers in the track. Chaos in the pack right now.
Thorne picking up an elbow.
And the jam mercifully ends with both jammers on the track. So we will see this next one will start without a power jam situation.
What a great physical last jam. Both teams showcasing some guns. And by guns, I mean biceps. Angel City at 195, Denver at 70. We are at 4 minutes, 18 seconds left in this game.
So here we got Anjali Watson-Sarabu, and I think that's Barrett out there. Yeah, it's Barrett trying to hold back Ghetto Fabulous. They cannot lead jam. Angel City Ghetto Fabulous. Meanwhile, Wilhelm escapes the block from Rachel Rotten, but Ghetto Fabulous has plenty of time to work here. Goes around the outside, skips, avoids Barrett. Beautiful spin.
Barely avoids Barrett, but does it with style. Makes it look fabulous.
Indeed. Picks up 3 and got a pretty good reaction from the crowd that she crashed out in front of. Hit the floor, but made it look good.
She's letting the bodies hit the floor.
Indeed. Angel City will start this next jam with 4 blockers in the track. Denver with 3.
Guy-pin on the line for Denver. Sane's little help over Angel City. She picks up the lead jammer position. full strength now.
Guypen going shoulder to shoulder with Honey Brasco and Checker, and survives it.
Wow.
I'm sorry she doesn't survive it. She cuts the track. And we've got a back block on St. Cecilia Helper. So once again, Jara penalties rain down.
I actually think she's going to pick up 2 penalties there.
Right, so, Satan hit with 2 on that one?
Guypen.
Or maybe Guypen was hit with 2.
This is going to be an interesting jam then for Denver. They're going to have to hold on for, I believe, a full minute.
It looked confusing there because they would have had Satan was sprung from the box too, so I'm not sure whether Guypen left too early or what happened there. But either way, we're going the full length, and Guypen is not leaving that box for the time being. Guypen now standing. Satan with 45 seconds left on the jam clock. Now into the final 2 minutes of the period clock.
Satan's little helper thinking about it, trying to call off the jam maybe, but realizes this is a full 2-minute jam.
Akers with a good lockdown on St. Little Helper for the moment, but St. Little Helper, a nice step up the inside line. Even though she was tired, she expended a bit of energy there to survive those hits from Denver and pick up 5 more. Meanwhile, the star is back on Guypen's head, and St. Little Helper picks up 4 more. Low Betancourt to the box.
Guypen doing a nice little showing to Honey Brasco.
Honey Brasco looks like she may have picked up an out-of-play blocking on that one. Brasco will go to the box to end this jam.
She's going to think about her choices for a good 30 seconds with her teammates. Darby Dagger.
This is going to be a problem for Angel City because their box is already full. That means that Honey Brasco goes from the queue. Meanwhile, Tui Lion out there with 6. So this could very easily end. Looks like Angel City saw that one. They're going to pull Tui Lion off. They were in danger of having a gigantic penalty backup on that jam.
They're doing a little bit of a dance party there at the jammer line. Denver showing their edge, if you will. We're going to ask for a official review via Denver. More than likely discussing either the penalty situation. We shall not speculate. Barrett giving the crowd some love.
Cupcake, you ever been to Las Vegas?
You know, I might have.
Is that so? You know what happens in Las Vegas? In Las Vegas, there's RollerCon once again happening this year. That's 8 tracks, 70 coaches, 160 challenges, 24 bouts, uncountable seminars, social events and vendors, and 1 uterus-shaped 24-hour pool. Derby Summer Camp every July. I highly suggest you go there.
You know, I don't care what the score says. Angel City 212, Denver 74, but the winner here is clearly Watson Sirbo holding it down at the jammer line. This is her jam.
Indeed.
Get it? Jam.
Yeah. You know, a little bit about this weekend. I was going to mention earlier that RollerCon is sort of like the mid-season break for roller derby. ECDX is sort of like the end of the regular season. The Big O is sort of developed into sort of the opening day feel for the WFTDA season, very much so. This week, I believe it's the first day of the year that we've seen multiple teams that went to championships playing each other. Earlier today, ranked number 2 Victorian went up against number 9 Bay Area and eviscerated them 324-35. In the follow-up game, Texas and Rat City played a pretty closer game. It's Texas ranked 5, Rat City ranked 13. With that game ending, Texas 165, Rat City 122. And of course, here in this action, it's the number 6 ranked team, Angel City, looking like they are likely to keep moving up. Up against Denver, the number 7 ranked team. Angel City with a score margin that belies the closeness of that ranking right now, 212 to 74 as we go into probably the last jam of this game.
Great backstory. I love the factual evidence we have of roller derby all over the place. It looks like both of the coaches now getting the results of the official review. Denver calling out their coach. Come dance with us, they say. Come dance with us. We got this. Can you believe we have only 50 seconds left in this game?
Right?
I feel like it was just a blur of shenanigans.
Absolutely. If you joined us late in this game, the first 15, 20 minutes, a very closely fought contest. Denver stayed neck and neck. There wasn't much of a difference of 10 points for the first 20 minutes. But in the this home stretch of the first half and very much in the second half, Angel City's offense and defense both stepped up in different ways, but equally effective in tearing down Denver's strategy. And shows in the scoreboard right now, Angel with an extremely comfortable lead, as it looks like we are about to get into what will likely be the last jam of the game with 50 seconds remaining.
Hey, we know that you have your loved ones surrounding you watching the Big O at home, but if you do have your pets with you, we would love you to send us pictures enjoying the Big O from home. Hashtag Big O Cats or hashtag Big O Dogs. We love to see your furry fans enjoying some roller derby.
Amanda Sharpless enjoying lead jammer status right now, as her opposing number is Darby Dagger. She has been lapped now. Sharpless around the outside, stays in bounds barely, and takes a lap or a grand slam.
That was fancy.
That was quite fancy.
Oh, well, she's just going to breeze on that outside lane.
Looks like she may have tweaked her knee there, right there, as she's a little slow to get up. And keeps it going there. Darby Dagger passes her, and now Sharpless is going to cut her losses there, calls it off. Time has expired. That's the end, and unfortunately, looks like Sharpless might have ended this game with a bit of injury in the knee.
Rachel Rotten there to encourage her. We're just going to get an EMT out there. We thank you for joining us. Right now it's still unofficial. Angel City sitting at 214, Denver at 81. And just, make sure to join us after this. We're going to have our next game here. Track 1 at 6 p.m. MRDA is going to take quite a bit of time with the St. Louis Gatekeepers. And who are they taking on, Justice?
I want to say Puget Sound, because I was throwing a piece of paper that said Puget Sound. Thank you, Cupcake.
No problem. We are so happy that you've joined us. I'm Chloroform Cupcake from Sin City. I'm joined here with Justice Feelgood Marshall. Where are you from?
I'm from the world.
Yes, you are. The final score now, Angel City 214, Denver 81. Thank you for joining us. Stick around. We'll be right back.
The Arius Platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power. Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum, performance redefined.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own body. That anticipation, where you've worked cerebrally through strategy and skills, and suddenly you're out there in a game and it all comes naturally because you know each other. I love that.
So when I first went into Fast Girl Skates, it was like being a kid in a
I
candy
skate
shop.
on the Antec AR1 boot with Crazy Venus plates and add-on D-rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear.
I'm Doubled Megs, and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Vex Factor, and I'm a fast girl.
I'm a Salted Peanut, and I'm a Fast Girl.
And Afro Jamma, and I'm a fast girl.
You can be a fast girl too.
Hello, welcome to the Big O Afterglow. I am Megatron with Maddening, and we are here with Lacey Knight, the captain of the Angel City Hollywood Scarlets.
Yes.
You guys just had an amazing game.
Thank you.
Tell us what you guys have been doing since championships and playoffs last year to get you to where we are right now.
Well, obviously, we took a break after champs. We took about 2.5 months off. But when we decided to come to the Big O, this is our first time here, obviously. We decided to change our practice schedule to start earlier so that we could give ourselves a full 3 months of practice to get here. I mean, we really wanted to pick up where we left off, right? So, like, we're known as a very defensive-heavy team, so we wanted to add a little bit more into our playbook. So we tried to work in more offense while playing strong defense and really make our strengths be what they are and not really mess with them too much, but add more to the arsenal.
Yeah, you guys look fantastic, especially that second half.
Oh,
you guys
thank you.
Came out and just, it was
We appreciate that.
an amazing, like, I'm a big fan of you guys. I don't
you.
think that is a surprise, but it was just, the first half was very back and forth and was very, like, it was a good game. Second half, you guys came out and absolutely dominated.
Well, I mean, I hate to say the sport court, but, like, that's not our surface.
Yep.
And it takes a little while for us to adjust every single time. So once we kind of got all those jitters out of the way, I think we started to just kind of calm down and not worry so much about the floor and just able to play our game a little bit better.
Now, were you a little concerned when Denver's B team actually beat your B team earlier today? What were your thoughts going through your head when you saw that happening?
I mean, we watched Denver's B team to see what the strategy was going to be.
Right.
I mean, we watched the championship game from last year to watch Denver's strategy, and so a lot of us watched that game being like, okay, here's how they're playing the front, here's how they're playing their back, and those are the things that we talked about when we came together. So this is the first time our international B team has ever debuted, so like we're super proud of them, and like to come to a tournament like this and play as well as they are, like we just couldn't be happier. So even though they have gotten beat, I'm like, I can't be more than thrilled with everything that they're doing.
Now, you guys recently changed from a separate A and B team with 20 each to the combined 30-person roster.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's new for us. Like, we're still figuring it out. Like, we're actually restructuring it again because now that we're starting to figure out how the practices are going to work and, like, how the shared thing is going to work, we're starting to understand, like, how our tryouts should go and, like, how our practices should go. So it's been a little trial and error as we go, and we've talked to a couple other leagues to do the same thing.
Sure.
And they've given us some really good advice for how to do it. So we're hopefully going to keep perfecting it, but it's going to give us more leeway. We're not there yet. We haven't gotten to the place where, like, we can pull from them yet because of the 30-day submission. So we're very close, but, like, I think it's only going to make our league better, which is only going to make us better.
That's great.
So tomorrow night, 6 o'clock, you're taking on Texas. You saw the game just a little earlier.
Yeah.
Do you have any initial thoughts, any initial strategies that you're thinking about right now?
Texas has always been very similar to us. Every time we've played them, it's always felt like us versus us. So we're hoping to come into this game not being us, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like adding more to the playbook is hopefully going to mix things up a little bit and maybe give them a different view of us that hopefully they're not prepared for.
Awesome.
Right? That's always the hope, to kind of throw your opponent off guard.
You know, one of the things that we were watching earlier was the Angel City Juniors versus Fort Collins.
They're so good.
Yeah. 1 point win,
1-point
176
game.
to 175.
It came down to the last jam, Power Jam.
Yep.
So amazing.
So good. Man, I'm very excited with what you guys have coming out of Angel City.
And this is Junior's first year too with us.
That's awesome.
And they're killing it. I just can't be more proud.
It's so great to see kids who, especially in kids derby, blowouts happen all the time. Huge ones. And just to see these kids that have been trained but are still having fun out there, and they're great. And
I watch them and I'm like, I'm learning from them.
Yeah.
I watch them do strategy. I'm like, what are they doing? I'm like, that's a
You
whole
can see
new thing.
their eyes are so big because they're
Yeah.
taking in everything.
Yeah.
And from the women's derby to the men's derby, like all levels,
Yeah.
they're just watching, and it's great to see because that's the future of the sport.
Absolutely. And that's why we want to support them as much as possible. I kind of wish our games weren't as overlapped as they were, because we had to skate by and watch as we were getting ready for this game. So hopefully we can watch them more.
I think that when you look at it, a lot of the leagues that are doing so well in the WFTDA have that multi-structure, you know, that multi-system structure with juniors, with a men's league that they can play off of. And so I think that with you guys having drive-by and with your new junior team, I know that Rat City has Puget Sound Outcasts, and they have a few junior leagues that are in the area.
And it's not even hey, we are training the next generation for us, but for the rest of the world too, because a lot of these kids are go all over the
it
place
builds a
for
stronger
college.
community.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel very strongly about like bringing everybody together for a shared goal, right? So like that's why like with our training program, like everybody does the same workouts. We all share each other's like ideals, and we try to kind of not play the same strategies, but like we share. And like that's with the juniors. So they ask us like what we do. They're asking us for feedback all the time. Like we want them to feel a part of our community, and I think that only makes them feel like our wins, our losses, it's all shared.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Now, speaking of fitness, like that is a very big part of the Angel City core.
Yes.
How did that kind of come about back when you started focusing on that?
You know, when I joined the league, we were working out sort of occasionally, and then I took over head of training the next year, and I decided that I needed to have something a little more structured so that like we're kind of covering all the bases. And since we've been doing that, and it's not just working out, like sometimes we just do some strength training, sometimes we do some conditioning, like it's a little bit of everything. And then that way I know that when people come to the track, they're at least getting at least a day or two of like us being all on the same page. And I will say that like my juniors, my queens, like everybody does these workouts, and like we come to these games and we're not tired, and that's the whole point. You know, like we do a full workout before we scrimmage so that on game day, you're like, wow, I only have to like exert effort for like 45 minutes as opposed to 3 hours. It makes a huge difference,
That's
you
awesome.
know? So all of us were saying today that none of us were tired, and that's what we want to be feeling. We just want to be focusing on the game.
Focus on the game, and
I noticed. I mean, to jump on that, I noticed that a lot of the Victorian skaters were actually, when we pulled up this morning, they were walking here. I don't know where they were staying, but they were walking to the arena. And it's not even like a huge workout to get started, but just kind of get the blood pumping slowly. And it's interesting to see each and every team's different pregame rituals.
Yeah, and we do the same warm-up at home that we do for games. Like every single time it's the same. The only thing we actually add a little on game day to do a little agility, because it always makes people laugh. And so we like to get people lighthearted before the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on the
Thank you.
win. Thank you for joining us. I see that you have paperwork that you have to go do.
Yes, of course.
So we will let you do that, and we'll recap the rest of
we're
what
going
we've
to
missed
recap
so
the.
far.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We'll recap the rest of the games that since the last time we were on. Of course, we just talked about the Angel City Juniors took on the Fort Collins FOCO Juniors. They won by 1 point, 176 to 175. Then Denver's B team beat Angel City's B team, 230 to 162. Texas, of course, took on Rat City, won by about 43 points. 165 to 122, and that was a very close game earlier on near the half as well. Rose City, the first bout this weekend for the WFTDA champs, 250 to Minnesota's 127. That was an interesting game, which we'll talk about in a second. And then what we just saw, Angel City 214 to Denver Mile High Club 81.
Now, you were on the Rose City, Minnesota call. And so what did you notice with the returning Hydra champions taking on Minnesota, your home league?
Yeah. Well, again, being a homer, I was extremely proud for the first half of the first half.
Right.
It was very, very close. Minnesota took the lead, held it for about 4 or 5 jams. And, the Minnesota crowd was going wild. The Rose City crowd was kind of silent. And then all of a sudden, 2 jams in a row, a 47-0 run in total.
Wow.
For Rose. And then an additional 24-point jam later in the game for Rose. I believe an additional 21-point jam a little later. Ended up being 250 to 127. But Rose has that down. Rose has the blocking, the defense just down pat. and a lot of their blockers, you'd think they'd be fantastic jammers. They are small.
Yeah.
They are short. They are very fast, but they pack a lot of power. They're very, dense.
Yeah.
They get low and they run into you and knock you out. And it was a great game because it was very fast and very hard hitting, which I like to see. There's a lot of the games here that are a little slower and a little more pushing.
Right.
Pushing is okay because it's more strategic. You're holding on to your you're not putting all your power into something, but you're using angular momentum to get things going. But these were really hard hitting, really fast. Rose City went on a 108-7 run over the course of the last. Yeah, it was crazy, but it was awesome to see. It was Minnesota did better than I think a lot of people thought they would.
Yeah.
Half the points of Rose City. Picked up higher ranking points than a lot of folks thought they would. So I think everybody seemed to be pretty positive on both teams. Both teams made some mistakes that they're going to be able to learn from easily enough. But that's what these early season games are for.
Speaking of ranking points, we got a note.
Oh,
from
that's right.
Nate,
This is fantastic.
And it's a fun fact. From a rankings points perspective, the Victoria win over Bay Area is the biggest win in the history of the WFTDA. And this just in.
Wow. That's pretty spectacular. For a game that was very, very close at the half.
Yes.
And Terminal City beat Rocky Mountain 219-127.
Wow.
It was about, I think, 88-98 with about 25 minutes to go. So just somebody pulled on the gas there.
That's pretty awesome. So lots of Derby to come.
Absolutely.
We have some men's action over here. We got St. Louis versus the Gatekeepers versus Puget Sound Outcast. That's going to be on this track. We've got Texas versus Portland over on track 2.
That'll be at 6:30.
Yes. We got Windy versus Old Reekie
that should
over
be fun.
on track 3. And then the final game, we are going to be following Victoria versus Texas. That's going to be the last game of the evening on track 1. Over on track 3, we'll have Helsinki versus Santa Cruz. And
but still then after that starting at 8:30. So it'll still be running by the time we're on. But, we're cool to watch. We got some more juniors action, Rose versus Angel City. So that again, two teams with huge, amazing juniors programs. The Rose City Rosebuds, Angel City is a team that just, I can't wait. I might want to cut out and watch that instead of us.
Anyway, I'm Megatron. This is John Maddening. And we've been the Big O Afterglow. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks to Ty Bach for putting all of this on. And we will see you after the Victoria versus Texas game.